My name is Rodney, Chalera, and my organization's name is Center for the Development of People. Previously, in my country, most of the times journalists or the media people would only write about, scandals about LGBTI people. There wasn't anything positive about lives of LGBTI people. So we started engaging with them. There was an idea that came from them to say, can we start now writing personal stories of the LGBTI community members? Something that we felt at first is not all that okay, because we're fearing that probably it was now going to out many LGBTI people, and that is also going to bring backlash. But still, we have to use their idea and be creative enough to say, what is it that we have not been talking about on the spectrum of LGBTI, like trans people and intersex people. Their voices are not have not been held in our country. So we said, okay, fine, we'll start now documenting lives of intersex people and what their parents that raised them say about their children. Yeah. So we went around and did a documentary, and we picked different stories, but one story was caught the attention of so many people, and that was the story of a child who is failing to go to school because he is intersex. So the gentleman that we're doing the study with, or the documentary with, works with the Malawi Broadcasting Corporation TV section, and then he came up with that story to say, if somebody is neither male nor female, so who is he, or what do you call such a person? So that question was posed in order to provide solutions to the challenges that the LGBTI people, and more specifically the intersex people, experience. So after that, the documentary or the story was publicized. So many media people were excited about it and started doing follow-up writings. Normally, every year in Malawi, we have award ceremony that is given to the best journalist or somebody that has reported something that is peculiar. So normally they come to our office to ask for support. So what we did was, okay, fine, if you need our money this year, you should at least have a category that is looking at human rights issues and specifically sexual and reproductive health rights. They put that category in. So many journalists started writing stories about LGBTI people because they knew there was going to be a competition and they had to contest. And yeah, that story about a little boy who is failing to fit himself into the school system got the award. So with that, we felt that we really made a great impact. And right now, the media fraternity starts writing positive about the LGBTI people. Yeah. Another thing that we did with media through our engagement was to come up with what we call the Media Forum for the LGBTI. We initiated it and then identified the first 20 media persons. They converge, they look at the stories, they analyze the stories, and they make their own judgment and their own recommendations as to how a particular story was supposed to be reported. And to us, that is very positive because it's now them correcting each other. So those that one to us is actually a change that has happened in the media fraternity. If you happen to come to Malawi, if somebody writes about LGBTI people, and if it is scandalous, somebody who is from within their fraternity would go and correct that particular person. We had a case just 4 months ago when a trans woman was arrested in one of the police stations. And the mistake that the police people did, and that mistake happened because of one reporter or somebody who is a communications officer within the police. And she wrote and took pictures of this particular person, put them on social media, but it was now the media fraternity that went to confront that communications person. The complaint did not even come from us. The complaint came from the media people who are on the forum. So to us, that's really a great change that happened. The magic ingredient that we feel made media to come to us I would mention about probably maybe two things. The first would be, it was us that started reaching out to them. So what we did was to start engaging with them to say, can we talk on over the round table? And it was actually the editors in the first place, not even the writers. It was the editors, because the editors are the ones that determine which story should come out. And the second ingredient was where we felt like we shouldn't do things the usual way of maybe just doing workshops and workshops and workshops with these people, but we have to travel and get to where the LGBTI people are living and carry out stories. I will document their life stories right in their homes. So that is what also helped even the journalists now to start thinking completely differently from the way they were thinking. They went into the houses of the intersex people, as well as the parents that are raising the intersex individuals. They held from them, and yeah, they came out changed. I can remember one of the person that traveled during us during that time was the cameraman. And at first he never knew anything about lives of the LGBTI. And I remember his friend telling us that if you happen to go to a funeral with this gentleman, the stories or whatever is going to be discussed at that funeral is lives of the LGBTI. He's completely transformed, he's completely changed. As much as we know that our groups are hidden groups, but there are also times when, if opportunities come up across, we should make use of that to talk about our personal experiences, our lives, and that is really going to bring a human face to the whole discourse. COC supported this initiative quite a lot. Previously, I happened to attend I happened to attend the TOT that COC supported in South Africa. So I learned quite a lot from the concept of boxes and binaries, which a strategy that we are now using every other time when we want to engage with any other stakeholder, because it's like a starting point. It is the money that COC gave us through the Pride project, which we used to train the media fraternity, and the meetings that we conduct with the media forum for the LGBTI. What we did was to put that into the program that we sent to COC. So that's the support that we got from COC.